Hey everybody, what is up? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show. As always, I like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. The Dr. Vibe show was the 2018 Innovation Award winner by the Canadian Ethnic Media. So we always like bringing on new friends, and we have a brand new friend to the Dr. Vibe show tonight, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations, Dorine Chimalu. She is the founder and CEO of the Spelling Bee of Canada, and she has a very compact amount of time to spend with us tonight because she's having a celebration in our house. So we have to say thank you for taking the time, and we are celebrating your mother-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday to her.
Thank you.
And we're going to spend a quick amount of time talking about the Spelling Bee of Canada, but first things first, can you just give a little background about yourself?
Thank you, Dr. Vibe. Sure, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm really happy to be here with you tonight and talk to you about this amazing organization. I just want to make some correction. I'm not the founder and CEO of Spelling Bee of Canada. I'm the founder and CEO of Epelmois Canada, which is like the little sister of Spelling Bee of Canada. We call it like Epelmois Canada is the French version of Spelling Bee of Canada. The founder of Spelling Bee of Canada, Mrs. Julie Spence, and myself, we connected to create the French version of this amazing organization who has been around for more than 30 years now. So throughout the Spelling Bee, the French community, the Francophone and the Francophile can have the opportunity to experiment literacy program in French like the one offered by Spelling Bee.
All right, well, thank you so much for the clarification. Now, let me ask, were both organizations founded at the same time?
No. Spelling Bee of Canada has been founded like since 1987, if I'm correct, but Epelmois has been founded in 2016, after 30 years.
Okay, so what was the reason, or how did the organization start?
Epelmois had started because there was a need. There is a need in the French community to create programs that promote literacy and extracurricular program to show the children that they can experiment the French experience not only at school but also outside the school system. And we know there is like different spelling going on, but there was nothing like one set up an established program that all the organizations doing Spelling Bee can be bind into and create like more unilateral platform where everybody can follow the step and coordinating like the way Spelling Bee is done. That is how Epelmois started. We started in 2016 with 10 regions, and today we have 15 regions after 3 years. We are moving into our third years, and we are across 3 provinces. And last year, we even went in Belgium to have the competition, and the winner for the Belgium went back in Canada for the championship.
Okay, so was your organization running on its own before you collaborated with the Spelling Bee of Canada?
No. It's through the collaboration that we have created Epelmois Canada. But before that, I was really involved in the community with many leadership positions. I've been the president of the Cameroon Association in my area where I live, and also the VP of the African Association, and also I'm a full-time teacher. So with all those responsibilities, I had quite a bit of experience with some leadership skills. So it was a really big step to move on and create now my own organization. Let us stay like that.
So how did you and Julie meet then?
This is an amazing story that I wish you can be here so that we can read it together. We met, we always say it's like a destiny, because when I was the president of my organization in my community, I organized one of my term, I organized a spelling bee, but for the community. While doing my research, I found out about Spelling Bee of Canada, and I contact Spelling Bee of Canada to get some help about the strategies, and we didn't continue the conversation, and that was it. But a couple of years later, I have a friend here where I live, a really good friend of my family. I invited him to an event, and it was the spelling bee event that I was organizing. And he told me, "Hey, wait a minute. My niece, she's the founder of Spelling Bee of Canada." I was like, "Are you kidding me? No, it can't be true." And then he called Julie. He talked to Julie. I talked to her. When I gave her my email address, she realized I was the one who had contacted her many years ago. And this is how we reconnect. And that was it. We was like, and it was the year that Spelling Bee was turning 30 years. And we decided, you know what? At the beginning, it wasn't the right time. Maybe God has given us another chance. We need to take it and do it right now. And this is how it is.
Okay, no problem. I don't know what's happening, but there's light.
Oh, one moment, please.
Yeah, no problem. The light sort of went dark on a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's much better.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. So take us back to the early days of these organizations. Like, how do you remember the first event that both your organizations collaborated on?
Exactly. Yeah, it was when we met. I came to Toronto. We started to discuss about strategize how we're gonna make it happen, and it was so fluent. So like both spirits was connected. We feel the connection. So everything went smooth. And when we did the launch on August in Toronto 2016, it was just amazing. There was a great sense of collaboration within the team of Spelling Bee and the team of Epermoa from the beginning. And we have always been working like that, and we pray and we hope to continue to work like that and sharing the same vision to really to offer to the community, to the children, an amazing experience, especially regarding the literacy, whether is it in French or in English. Because at the end of the day, those kids, we want them to be bilingual. Canada is a bilingual country. We want our kids to speak the both official language. And if we, as an organization, we can contribute by offering those programs to them, what can we ask for? We cannot ask something better than that, because we are bringing them uh, experience, learning, intelligence, and those are the core value that they need to success later on. This is one of our motto also: education through plus perseverance equals success.
Okay. So let me get into this conversation here. When you launched this, were there people that told you it was not a good idea?
Oh, yep. Oh, yep. And even today, after 3 years, they see how they think the organization is going, is growing. They still think it wasn't, they're trying to discourage you. And I learned my lesson with that, and also from Julie, because when I start to talk to Julie with her experience, she has been around, she has been there for a long time. So she has seen all type of situation. And but I learned something. When God is with you and you do something in a good faith, people will say whatever they want to say. They will not going to discourage you, because you believe in what you do. You believe in the goodwill you are bringing to people based on what you are offering. So whatever people are saying, they will discourage you. And I got that all the time. But you know what? It made me stronger. It made me think, you know what, we just have to continue, because if they're trying to discourage us, that means what we are doing is good, and they are just not happy to see the success of that. But it won't stop us. And opposite, it always gives us like the motivation and the courage to continue.
Okay. I know our time is limited, so I'm going to get into some things fairly quickly here. What is the process for contestants to enter into the spelling bee?
This is a great question. And amazing question. Like the first of all, we as an organization, we contact the school board because the school board is where we find most of our participants. It doesn't matter, English school board, French school board. We send them the information to share it with their students. In that information flyer, there is everything they need: the name of the chapter in their area, the age category, where to register, and all those details. Now, and also we do a lot of advertising and promotion through media, print, newspaper. Now, they can also go to our website and do the registration straight from our website. Over there, they're going to have to fill up a form and all the information. Once now they register inside the program and they are linked to the region, they receive the list of words that they have to practice. And in January, they receive also the online application. And this year we have done like a 360 degrees. We came up with a 360-degree amazing application. And because that application that we have today can work on cell phone, whether is it an Apple, Mac, Android, it will work on that. So they have access to that tools in January, and then they start to practice. We also organize a spelling club. Some of the schools are doing that and some don't, but in January and February, we invite all of the participants in the area to come to an official training so that we do like simulation, like the way it's going to be doing the day of the competition. Because we know what we have promised. If we don't do that, it's really intimidating for the children to come in front of a public of 100, 200 and talk, 200 people and talk in front of them. It's intimidating, but by doing those practice before, it helps to prepare them. So after now, the regional, if they win, they continue to the championship, and where all the finalists of the region of the edition are meeting to find the Canadian champion. This is like technically the process.
So how long is it from the time you start to the final end? And actually, you know what? Let me ask, is it a year-round thing for your organization now?
Yeah, like I like that question. I always tell people, and I learned it from Julie, it's never end. Because once the championship is done, we start with the planning of the next edition right away. And with the planning, that including the results, the new word that the children have to use for this coming edition. And those words have to be ready before September, because otherwise it won't be ready on time for the launch in October. So after May, we got June, barely like 2 or 3 weeks to rest, and then we start over again. It's like a year-long activity. But it's amazing because you don't see the thing like that when you are passionate about what you are doing.
So do you ever do you get more applications than contestants you can handle? And how do you filter down who qualify, what young people qualify?
And this is a really good question. And I like the way Spelling Bee of Canada has established that process. And that is amazing. This is what is amazing regarding the Spelling Bee, because in some of other activities, they chose the best of the best to register. But with this literacy program, it's open to all the children. Because remember, what is the final goal? Is for them to learn. If at the end of the day, out of those 400 words that they have to study, at least a child can come up with 20 other 50 that he knows how to apply, we have done our job. It doesn't matter whether is it the first place, second place, third place during the competition, no, but what he has learned and how he can apply it. That is what is amazing regarding this program, because it's open to all the children. We are here to help the children to set up the next step. What's my next step? This year, I have made through the first or the second round. Next year, my goal is to move till like the 6th round or the 7th round. And then I set up my objective and my goals. This is how I'm going to move throughout my life event. So the program is open to all the children. And this is what makes it amazing, because we have seen some of the children who were thinking they are the best speller, but the day of the competition, they have been eliminated in the first round. It's not about being the best speller. It's about building the self-confidence, like to be able to know your goal, what you want, what you have learned, and to communicate in front of a public. And if at the end of the day, you are able to do that, this is amazing. That is why all the children, just by participating, are champions.
Excellent. And unfortunately, Julie Spence, the founder and CEO of Spelling Bee Canada, because of technical difficulties, she's not on the screen, but she is typing in comments on the side. And she's just saying here, SBOC is getting ready to launch a Canadian Invitational to invite students from other countries to come to Canada for the Canadian Busy Bee Week in 2020. So that is great. She also says that all the children are winners just by participating. Absolutely. And that we're inviting the heads of organizations to join us in this literacy journey. And she's reading my mind. She must be telepathic or something. How much of a issue is literacy in Canada? Because I have a worldwide audience, and a lot of times my global audience wants to know what's going on in Canada because they don't hear. So could you just share how much of a challenge literacy is in Canada at this time?
I'm going to talk regarding the French side, because this is where I am good at. In the French one, there is like a decline regarding the level of French, and it has been observed throughout all the Francophone countries, not only Canada. It's like a general issue. Now, the right question that we are discussing as an organization, what can we do in order to promote that language, to make it more appealing, so that the children still want to continue to learn on that, because we know it's an official language. And we have to face, facing a generation who are changing so fast, and we need to come up with strategies that will help to maintain that high level of retention regarding the language. That is why activities offering by Spelling Bee of Canada or EPEMA Canada are amazing, because it shows another way to apply the language. The language is not only like a learning tool, but we can play with that language and learn based on that. So there is like a big challenge regarding the French language. It's a big decline, and we are working towards like creating more activity that will bring people together to celebrate that beautiful Canadian or the worldwide heritage we have. I don't know. I'm not so much confident about what is happening in the English side.
Understood. Okay. And then maybe Julie can type in what's going on in the English side. Here's an interesting conversation piece. Okay, so Julie's saying we continue to educate and engage the generation to keep them reading, paying attention to words, looking at the works closely, to which is very important. How much, if at all, are the parents of the contestants can be challenging?
This is the best one. And you know what? I learned that from Julie, if she can agree. Rules number one, it's not about us, it's about the children.
Yes.
This has been my motto starting this year. In all the meeting, all the information session that I had with the parent, I start with that. Parent, we thank you to believe in us, to register your children to our program. But remember, it's not about us, it's about the children. We are here for all those children. Even if your child is so special, all those children are special for us, and we are here to make them have a positive and amazing experience. And we know some parents can be really passionate, and this is normal, because at the end, their parent, each parent wants his child to win. But our goal is to educate them that just by participating, they are winning, they are winners. because the word that they didn't know, now they are able to know and apply it, and they understand it, and they can use it in another concept. And
Wonderful.
this is what we are trying to teach the parent now, like to communicate more and more that message, because it's time for the parent to understand. We don't have to do what we are doing, but because we are doing it because we believe in that, we see the impact it has in the community, in the children, and this is what drives us, this is what motivates us.
Wonderful. And Julie is saying here, spelling bee is a family affair. Everyone gets involved, helping children, telling us that they are learning new words and challenging themselves as well. The pronouncing and coaching software is helping children on both the French and English spelling bee.
Yeah.
So this has gotten really big.
Yep.
Because like you have 4,000 contestants this year.
Yeah.
That's out of control.
But you know what? It's out of control when you don't have an amazing team. And this is the beauty of the program, because you cannot do it alone. You work with people who are also passionate like you, that share your vision, and that are with you all the time. Working with a lot of volunteers, chapter president, like executive board, who are giving their time to make it work. And this is what makes the program beautiful. And this is not only in one location, because those 4,000 children are spread out in almost like 30 locations. And you have to do the same competition, but to make sure it fits with the same standard. And everything is coordinated through a volunteer team and in each region. And you are not alone in this. You have people behind you who believe in that and who are helping you with that too.
You know, you're reading my mind, because I was going to ask you about the importance of your team, because when you're spread out right across Canada and you have 4,000 participants, that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. That is what, from the beginning, you really need to know what you are doing. You really need to be organized, because you need to have everything delivered on time for the competition. It's like we have started the competition last week, and we have almost like how many competitions going on, and we have competition till April 6th. But before that, we need to make sure that all the chapter, they have all the results, everything is ready for them to offer the competition to the program, to the community, and everything comes from the head office.
And Dorine is saying Dorine is very passionate, and that's what makes the partnership work with Appel Moi Canada. So she's bigging you up, Dorine. She's bigging you up.
Julie, I learned it from you.
So in the time that you have been involved with Spelling Bee of Canada, what has changed the most? What has been the biggest change that you've seen in the journey?
To be honest, with Spelling Bee of Canada, I'm making my dream coming true. You know, I am a teacher from profession. I used to teach full time before I but when I started to work with Julie, I understood something, because eventually she has sacrificed her career for the program. And at the beginning, I wasn't understanding that, but the more you move inside the program, you have to, because you need to, like, you have your vision, and you need to find a way to communicate that vision, to share that passion that will help that little child to improve his reading, his writing. Take some sacrifice. And when you look at the end of the journey, that the step, even the little one that child has made, it makes you feel happy, and you say, thanks God, I've done something good inside my life.
Nice. Very, very nice. Can you share with us a special moment that you've had along the journey? I know there's been many, but just give us one.
That I have a lovely journey?
No, like a special moment that you've experienced during the time you've been involved with the spelling bee. A special moment.
Yeah. A special moment. It was this year, no, last year at the gala, because at the end of the year, we organized a volunteer gala to say thank you to the volunteer, the sponsor. And that gala was here in Windsor, where I live. And I invite the whole team of Spelling Bee to come for the gala. And Julie and Suzanne, they came, but they were a little late because of the traffic and any type of reason. And the gala has already started, but I was supposed to do my speech. I told the MC, no, I'm not gonna do my speech. I have to wait till Julie is here to do the speech, because if she wasn't here, there was no gala. So even if everybody has to wait, they will wait. And she came, get ready. It took the time it took, and we did this speech together. And I was so thankful for that moment. And when I look throughout the video, I remember those one. It made me feel happy that I always remember that, whatever the program is going, it comes from somewhere. And never forget that.
Wonderful. Well, I know you're having a celebration at your house, and I don't want to take up any more time from your mother-in-law's celebration. Do you have any final words you'd like to share with the audience in regards to the Spelling Bee of Canada?
Yes, I really encourage the audience to go to the Spelling Bee of Canada website for the English one, or the Appelle-moi Canada for the French one, to look more inside the organization, the beautiful service that we are offering for the family. Because remember, we always say it takes a family to raise a child. Everybody is involved in this. Come and support us. We need you. We are not for-profit organization, and we depend on sponsorship. Whatever you can give that might help the children, come and support us and join us during our competition going on, because this year is going to be an amazing year again with Spelling Bee of Canada and Appelle-moi Canada. Thank you so much, the whole audience. We love you. God bless you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
That is fantastic, Dorine. Thank you so much. And I'll just wrap it up here. Spelling Bee of Canada. They have this year over 4,000 English and French spelling bee participants from British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. They'll be competing for first, second, and third place titles in 3 age divisions: primary 6 to 8, junior ages 9 to 11, and intermediate ages 12 to 14. Each first place regional winner advances to the Canadian Championship. That's going to be held in Richmond Hill, Ontario, which is just a little bit north of Toronto, on Sunday, May 19th. I have put if you're watching on Get Vocal, I put the website information. Well, Julie's put in both, and I put in one on the side here. Julie also has said when a special moment from her perspective was when a child showed up seeing everyone spelling and was afraid to try, and with determination seeing that child get over their shyness and come third in their category.
Yep.
So that is amazing. So May 5th is the championship. We will certainly give all this information on the replay of this epic conversation. So it is Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of epic conversations. I'm the host of Epic Conversations. If you want to watch replays of epic conversations like this one, best place to go to is YouTube and Get Vocal. If you're at Get Vocal, you come here. If you're YouTube, go to your YouTube platform and just put in the space in the search engine, the space, DR.space, VIBE space, SHOW, and you'll catch about 500 replays of epic conversations.
Wow.
You can also listen. Yeah, you can also listen to my conversations via audio. You can go to the website, the DRVIBESHOW.com. You can also listen to replays at Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio. Selected audio replays are also available at the Goodman Project, WJMS Radio out of New York City, and Mile High Radio to Denver, Colorado. I'm a certified empowerment coach, president and CEO of Express Your Vibe Coaching Communications. If you want to reach out and get a coaching complimentary session with me. Best way to do it, I'll make it short. Email me, dr period, VIBE at the dr, VIBESHOW.com. I'm a brand ambassador for the only online magazine dedicated to African Americans in food, wine, and travel. The name of the magazine is Cuisine Noir Magazine. Website address is cuisinenoirmag.com. Excuse me, I just had to cough. Also, if you are a business or entrepreneur and you're looking to get media promotion, I do run a service called gettingmediacoverage.com where I help businesses and entrepreneurs get media promotion so they can elevate their business, product, and service. So that is it. We're just going to do a quick sign off here. So first things off, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Next up, sometimes you have to get smaller to get stronger. Finally, block assumptions. And always, I'm always waiting for this last thing here to come up. So just bear with me a second. Here we go. It's aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. I'd like to thank Roger Dundas of Convo Media for making this epic conversation happen. I'd like to thank Julie for making it happen too. And we will get you on one day, Julie. We will get you on here. I'd like to thank Big Brad. I'd like to thank Bobby, and also like to thank Fraser and Cliff at the beginning of the conversation. We tried our best to get Julie on, but we'll make it happen next time. God bless, peace be well, keep the faith and walk good, and go to the website and contribute to an incredible cause. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.